Good morning, I'm Clinton Griffiths. A last-ditch effort over the weekend in Congress means that the government will stay open for now. The president signing bipartisan legislation that will fund the government for 45 days. The stopgap measure will fund the government while both sides work on a permanent deal. The bill includes natural disaster aid, but not additional funding for Ukraine, which was a sticking point for some lawmakers. The measure also does not include any funding for border protection. Now, the bipartisan deal could also cost Kevin McCarthy his job as Speaker of the House, with some GOP members calling for his ouster as infighting over funding of the bill escalated within the party.
I do intend to file a motion to vacate against Speaker McCarthy this week. I think we need to rip off the Band-Aid. I think we need to move on with new leadership that can be trustworthy.
This is personal with Matt. He's more interested in securing TV interviews than doing something. He wanted to push us into a shutdown only because he wants to take this motion. So be it. Bring it on. Let's get over with it and let's start governing.
The legislation now means a new deadline to fund the government is Friday, November 17th. Ag Day's Michelle Rook joins me. Michelle, you spoke with farmers over the weekend who were also keeping watch as this all unfolded.
Farmers are breathing a sigh of relief that Congress was able to avert a government shutdown, but fear this could be just a short-term Band-Aid. They rely on USDA for farm programs and information to help them make marketing decisions. And the uncertainty a government shutdown creates can also cause negativity in ag markets. With harvest in full swing, Colton, South Dakota producer Jeff Thompson is watching market prices closely as he's selling some of his crop directly off the combine. So he's relieved the government will continue to operate, at least for now.
I was totally surprised that we were able to avoid that shutdown. That would have been bad for us as farmers, just not having reporting services, being able to get through crop reports out on a timely basis. A lot of people depend on those government crop reports on how to price and how to sell the grain that we raise.
However, former American Soybean Association President Kevin Scott was in Washington over the weekend. He's concerned any relief to the market could be short-lived with only a 47-day stopgap measure.
So there needs to be some changes in D.C. I'm glad they've got this issue decided, but it's for a month and a half, and then they'll have to do it again.
Right.
They don't seem to want to long-term fix anything.
And he says it won't take long for uncertainty to creep back in if lawmakers dig in their heels to force spending cuts.
We need to quit spending the money we're spending out there. I mean, there's just no excuse for a $33 trillion deficit. We've got to quit doing that. And there needs to be some pullback on that.
However, he says agriculture is pushing back on possible cuts to farm programs because the ag budget is only a small percentage of the federal budget. I'm Michelle Rook reporting for Ag Day.